So let us continue this discussion from the last session. The next thing comes, how we can initialize the arrays. Arrays can be initialized at the time when they are declared. Examples: I want to initialize the tax rate for three different tax rates I want to upload. That is 0.15, 0.25, 0.3. So how I can store this? This is, I am trying to define another data type, that is double. Tax rate is a variable of an array which takes all these three earlier values, 0.15, 0.25, 0.3. Similarly, if I want to store hello in a some character array, that is a string, we can use array as list of 5, which is initialized with HELLO, all in single quotes, all the characters in a single quote. Double vector 100, it is 0.0, that is double is a floating point, and 0.0, this initializes the whole array as 0.0 throughout all 100 elements will be initialized here. Similarly, size without the array, and if you try to initialize in the flower braces, it tries to allocate the array size is equal to 3. So let us move to the second part of our last part of our discussion, that is we will try to see some of the examples here how we can use the arrays for some modification. The first example here is how we can assign a value to the arrays. So in this, I am defining here, in this example I am defining here a list of 5, and each of this list is stored from the number 0 to 4. That is, we have the size of the array as 5, and we are trying to initialize from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how we can do. That is, we have the for loop for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, and I plus plus, and the list of I is assigned with I, which I contains the value of I, which this loop for iterates. Or if I want to store it from, another thing which you can do is, for I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to 4, I plus plus. That is, instead of saying less than 5, I can make use of less than or equal to 4. Both loopings are same over here. After assigning the values, we will be having, we can do it in a reverse order also. Give a for loop to assign a below values to the list 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So we can have from I 0 to I less than 5, I plus plus, and list of I is equal to 4 minus I. That also we can do, or else we can use for I is equal to 5, I greater than 0, I is equal to 4, I greater than or equal to 0, I plus plus, list of I is equal to I. That can be the another solution over here. Show the content of the arrays defined in each of the following statements. This is, we will try to take up a small exercise over here. What are the contents of the array X in this first example? X of 10 is in the flower braces minus 5, 4, 3. Then X of 0 contains minus 5, X of 4 contains, X of 1 contains 4, X of 2 contains 3, and X of 3 onwards, all is initialized to 0 over here. Similarly, letters, which is having the static size, which is not yet defined, but initialized with A, B, C, the letter array consists of letter of 0 is A, letter of B is C, letter of 1 is B, letter of 2 is C. Double of Z4, it is some versions of C, it is either initialized to 0, or it can be some random values, garbage values, which it will be stored over there. some small examples which you can see over here. We have an integer data item of 100, and first we are trying to use some random number to store in that data. That is, I want to store the random numbers between 0 to 99. In this case, how I can do this? That is, for a loop which iterates from 0 to less than 100, and data of I, rand is a function in C which tries to generate some random number. I am trying to take a modulus of 100 which generates a number between 0 to 99, which I am assigning it to the data of I. Store random numbers between 10 to 109, the same concept as of earlier. I just took it, but only thing is, last part I am just adding it with 10, because this 10, I need to store the numbers from 10 to 109. Or you can just say rand integer between 10 to 109. This rand integer is also a function which you can do it. The computations on one-dimensional array. We'll try to take up another example, finding the maximum in a given set of array. Find the maximum value in the array, in the data array. So how we can do it? That is, you try to store a number between 10 to 109, that is using the earlier concept, and assign the maximum data as the first element. Then try to use the if data of I, that is I iterating from 1 to 100. That means first element I had already assigned it as maximum. If any element greater than that element, I am going to assign that maximum over here, that is inside this if max equal to data of I. Then at last, out of this loop, I am trying to print the maximum. Similarly, we can find out the average of the values in data array, which is having data of I, rand int 10, 100, and we are trying to sum the whole data over here. Average is sum divided by 100, and average is this. So, in the given set of array, how many elements are greater than this average? That how we can find it out? That also we can take it as a small example over here, which try to say it as a count is equal to 0. If the data of I is greater than average, try to increment the count. So we will be having the count as the last value. So similarly, we can add up this. You can take it as an example, that is data. I want to add up the pair numbers 5 plus 7 or 15 plus 5 and etc. That is, in the last 98, 99 we have 3 plus 12, which is equal to 15. So I want to store it in another array. That procedure, you can take it as an example, or this has been discussed in this slide. You can refer it up and do by yourself a copy array 1 to the copy array 2 in the reverse order. This you can take it as a homework and submit it, or you can discuss it in the class. Thank you.
Stop.